Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more EU4 Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich playing as the German Empire right now, trying to hold on to our colonial territories in China and not doing the best job because we got way too many troops right now, way more than I know what to do with. What we probably should do is actually reduce the number that are here and create some reserves instead. So I'll try to do, okay, let's see, unassigned divisions, edit mode. We'll create a fallback line, let's say, along here. And what I'm going to do is, we have 20 divisions right now. I'm going to split. Well, they're actually kind of breaking it up. Maybe we can make a push. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can make this push while we have the attrition. If I can break this chokehold, this bottleneck, that would be nice. But if not, we need to start sending some guys back as reserves, and that'll have to be better. Well, there we go. Okay, right now his organization's quite low here. Maybe we can do something. We're going to try. Let's have some of you push here. See if we can get him out of there. Maybe not, but if I can at least stop him from reinforcing, that might be what I need. I just need supplies. And in the meantime, this is still a ways off from being able to declare land our naval invasion. But if I can distract them, that would be a pretty big deal. We'll see what happens, though. Are they retreating? They're low organization, and I have supplies. The Easter Promises is done. Good. I could go for a Christian trade union before we lose the authoritarian Democrats. Let's go ahead and get started on that. In my test game, that did happen. We had an election, and I lost that option. An extra 5% factory production could be pretty big. We're having so much trouble pushing through there. Riots and protests in Rangoon University. Wherever that is, the Burmese intelligentsia, they're probably going to go towards syndicalist pretty soon. And as it so happens, yes, we did lose out on our attempt to push. So let's see if we can push these guys out. Their organization is low again. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Increase in stability. Now we're average. Thank you. Okay, so stability problems are more or less resolved, at least for the time being. You guys need to keep pushing against them. Do not let them get a breather. Military factories. What do we need? Planes, looks like, and infantry equipment for reinforcements. Let's try doing that. I'm going to say that infantry equipment is going to be more important. There we go. We're making our push. We're making our push. Go to Hanoi, and if the naval invasion becomes irrelevant, then that's great. But keep going. Keep going. That should hopefully force them to overreact and back off. At least I'm hoping it does. You sit tight. Nope, they're deciding they want to push anyway. Okay. Good. The anarcho-syndicalists achieve a Italian majority. So that's just for southern Italy. But they are the anarcho-syndicalist version as opposed to the Sorelian totalists in France. So a little bit different for them, but okay. No surprises. They are a bunch of filthy anarchists. Go ahead and land once you guys are able to, but it looks like you guys might not have a chance to go for the naval invasion. Still, we're starting to break through, and if we can get those supplies going, that's going to be pretty nice. Can you guys reinforce up here? Not easily, it turns out. Okay, let's have some of you try to go along the coast. That's better. John N. Garner, elected as President of the United States. Despite the massive instability rampant in the nation ever since the Great Depression in 1925, the presidential elections went forward and the voting results are clear. The Democratic candidate, John Nance Garner, is the 32nd President of the United States. Not what happened in my test game. Garner was defeated in the 1932 Democratic primary, but he has returned with the campaign focused on defending democracy and fighting both the CSA and the AFP. These have not fired yet, but this is part of the American Civil War. That's the Combined Syndicalist States of America, or the Combined Syndicates of America, and the American Front something. Popular Front? I don't know. Even with the brute force in consideration. This stance has alarmed the left and right with radicals in the U.S., and the Union's political crisis might turn even worse. It almost certainly will, and it's going to be very interesting to see what ends up happening with that. But alright, still having trouble breaking through, but we're working on it. There we go. Alright, we got this little city, this little town. We are getting split up. Can't allow that. Push this way. Okay, break through, break through. Take the ports. There we go. Alright, so supplies. Uh-oh. Nope, 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 nope. Cannot allow this. You have to stop. No. They're breaking me up a little bit more than I think I'm willing to accept. Start pushing, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. How's our air superiority looking? Okay, we do have superiority in Indochina. That makes things a lot easier for me. Looks like we're starting to break through. Barely, but we are. Are you guys on the way? They are on the way, so they're going to land here, provide some reinforcements, and also try to get a bit more land. Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. Okay, we could work to the radio towers. Not going to bother with that now. It is still 1936. Excavation doesn't seem that useful right now. We could go for some improved artillery. I think I'm going to start working towards some improved tanks. And we could go for some infantry companies. Maybe field hospitals? We are actually getting some army experience from this early war, which is pretty fortuitous. I do like that. Radar could be nice, but I don't know. Maybe we go for the interwar artillery and try to get a passive bonus where we can. All right, keep pushing, guys. Keep pushing. You're doing a great job. Can some of you guys please try to take this city, get the victory points, try to cut these guys off so we can finish them off easily enough. Keep going. Reinforce here. Get these mountains so we can join our forces together. We are now landing. Some of you guys go here. Some of you guys start going over to Nanning. Let's try to split these guys up. Get those reinforcements. The important thing is as long as we hold the port, we can get some supplies together. So we should be okay eventually. There we go. All right, these guys have been split up. Let's try reinforcing over here. See if we can beat them down. They're going to get cut off. It's all looking pretty good so far. We need to get in the front line for you, don't we? Right. Offensive line. Try getting this river or something. I don't know. See what you're able to do. Should be good. All right. The grays here are actually making it a little bit difficult for me to see everything, but we're winning on most fronts. You need to change your front line up a little bit, though. Something like that. Hold position. Rework yourself a little bit. No, no, no. Don't attack them. Stop it. Just have some of you guys, like, redeploy. Okay? Oh, good grief. Whatever. Fine. You'll figure it out eventually, AI. I'm sure of it. A Christian trade union is done. That should increase my factory output for the rest of the game. Nice. We could go for the political power here of expanding the Babelsberg, or whatever. Babelsberg? We could ban the French organizations now that we have some positive political power. Democracy in Prussia would give me national unity. That's all nice. I don't see anything here that would be banning me from doing this later. Security backs down Danzig. This would be good. I would like the effective unity, but instead, let's start working toward the aftermath of Black Friday. I'm going to bail out the Junker estates. It's going to cost me some political power, but I think that this path over here is a little bit stronger. Well, let's see. Okay, so we can lose the civilian factories, which I don't want to do. We could go for the Groner plan or the Schacht's plan. It replaces the Black Monday with two different effects that are a little bit better. So this one gets me national unity, so does this. This gets me production efficiency cap of 5. This gets me 10. This gets me factory output minus 10. This gets me 30. But the downside of this one is it gets me less construction speed than this one. Between the two, construction speed and factory output, I prefer factory output, so we're going to go down this route. We'll also be able to approach Poland and try to develop some sort of economic ties with them, which I do see as a net positive for me. Alright, let's see if we can finish these guys off. Like so. 8 divisions are probably unnecessary. There you go. Alright, let's try to finish them off. That's 4 more divisions that we can kill. Hopefully. Our ideology has grown. More popularity. Probably worth it, so yeah, we'll take that. So right now, authoritarian Democrats are at 48.3% popularity. A little bit more, and we might actually be able to get to high popularity, which gets me an extra 0.25 daily political power gain, which, as you guys have noticed, political power, very important in this game. So more would be nice. Hans von Siecht? Gosh, I cannot pronounce anything in German. Our Chief of General Staff has died in Berlin. The hero of the intervention in China passed away peacefully in his sleep. Our nation is mourning the loss of a true German hero, and all important dignitaries were in attendance to his funeral in Berlin. Afterwards, the Chief of the Army, August von Mackensen, could be seen whispering something to the Kaiser. I wonder what he's up to. So he's gone, we have a new person in charge instead, and he stops being a field marshal. But now we can reform military command. Whatever that means. So the guy with the awesome hat's gone, we need a new commander. I guess you'll have to do as my only other field marshal for the time being. Please finish them off so I can finish up the free up these divisions. That would be super duper nice. Thank you. All right, so you guys just need to hold your position. In fact, stop. Just entrench yourselves. Get in position. The Austrian Empire has canceled their non-aggression pact with me. Now, they still like me a fair bit, but that could mean some changes are on the horizon. I may want to conquer him and add him into Middle Europa eventually. That would be good, right? All right, so I know we could have tried building some new stuff, but the factories need to start repairing my infrastructure instead, and that's going to be better. New support weapons are done. Could go for some new infantry companies. The field hospital is tempting. Wouldn't mind saving up my manpower. Let's go for it. Okay. Finishing this stuff off, please. Actually, most of you guys go join this line. You finish it off, please. Thank you. Okay, so that's done. All right, all troops are going to these lines. Right now, it's broken up into two for some reason, and I'm not sure why it's still doing that. But you know what? It's probably okay. Actually, no, it's not, because I have no idea if they're both operating on orders. Let's create a new front line, like so. The offensive line is basically to go down to here. Okay, push. All right, here we go. Join these guys back up, please. Make sure our supplies are nice and strong. We should be able to win this now. We finally have the troops in position. Our attrition should be starting to get sorted out. So we're going to keep China under our control. In the meantime, what's happening in Russia? Still have Romanov in control. 30% popularity is not great, but authoritarian Democrats are good. Could be friends with them. Would like to be friends with them. Would like very much to be friends with them. You guys stop attacking. There's no good reason for that. Just hold what you have until we get reinforcements in position. There we go. That's starting to work. We no longer get the effects of reparations from Russia. Okay, so less consumer goods for me. But hopefully that means that Russia's able to increase their economic situation and maybe they like us. A syndicalist takeover in the Netherlands. The fate of the royal Dutch family is yet unknown, as rumors say they intend to escape to the loyalist Dutch East Indies. So it says that they're the Batavian Commune right now. Is it going to stay that way? It says they wanted to go to the East Indies. Princely Federation. No, I have no idea where they might go to, since this all flips to them. Would be interesting, though. All right. Cool. That camera, what are you doing? There we go. All right. Ace pilots. Nice. I'm going to save all this army experience and worry about it later. I'm not too worried about it with this particular fight. Let's go to the airfield. Let's find our wing here. Oh, it's already assigned. Oh, that's nice. Let's get our airfield back, and I'll try to push him up into southern China. I think that would be better. Oh, there we go. The American Union State declared war on the United States, and the Combined Syndicates of America declared war on the American Union State. There it is. American Union and Combined Syndicates. The American War has begun. Civil War. We should see a pop-up about that any second now. Or maybe not. I thought we would. Whoa. And California just broke free. The Pacific States of America. So we have a proper civil war going on here in the United States. One of the reasons that I really thought it would be fun to play as the Americans is because I could choose a side and try to actually form a new, America. That would be pretty fun, but for now, oh well. So we've regained almost all of our lost territory, and the Pacific States have broken free. The Second American Civil War. To uneducated foreigners, it might seem like the crisis in the United States happened out of nowhere, but experts agree that this was a civil war years in the making. Ever since the collapse of the New York Stock Exchange in 1925, the economy of the United States has been in constant downturn. Now the United States has devolved into a three-way civil war between the loyalists of the old government, the syndicalist Combined Syndicates of America, and the conservative and xenophobic American Union State. There have already been reports of arriving volunteers from Europe to fight for a faction of their liking. The Second American Civil War might just be the first of the many battlefields between the great powers of the world in this tough time for humanity. So pretty soon I think we're going to get an opportunity to support somebody if we want to. So the Democrats are still the social liberals. Now, in my test game, what actually happened here with the United States is General MacArthur took over in a military junta. So it was actually an military dictatorship in the United States, and then these guys broke free. So that's kind of interesting. Very different. Sounds like the American Union State is somebody that we might like. They kind of like me right now, the United States, but I think the American Union State against the syndicates could be a good fight for us. We might see some, we might see the opportunity to send some volunteers down there, and we may very well do that. We'll see. Come on, guys, get my airfield back. I want this back, please. Thank you. Unassigned divisions right now. You know what? Just sit tight for a little bit. I'm sure I'll find a use for you eventually. All right, airfield. Let's grab you. We're going to send you up here, closer to the action, and instead go to southern China and try to get air superiority there. I don't think they really have any fighters, so that makes things a tiny bit easier. Haiti declared war on the Dominican Republic. Okay. Start pushing, you guys. Doing great. I know most of you are garrisons, not really intended for fighting, but do what you can. All right. So far, this is all looking pretty good. What's going on here? More supplies than it has. So right now, some units are already staying back because they don't have enough supplies. That's fine. Makes sense. All right. This is looking pretty solid. Serbia crowns King Alexander II. Regents or king, what's the difference? King of Serbia. Might have some implications for us based on what actually happened to start World War I, but oh well. My voice is actually starting to get shot a little bit early. I'm disappointed by that. Let's try to be a bit more aggressive with these guys, because I really want to push them back while they're weak. So yeah, let's start taking over China here. What happened to these guys? Did they get called in? No, they did not. Whoa, what's this? Wait, what? The Triad Syndicate. Ooh, these guys don't serve me anymore. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. The elections of 1937. Today, the German people will elect their representatives to the Reichstag. The elections have been tightly fought, but the results are awaited with much anticipation. The fate of several parties, and of course the Kaiserreich itself, will be decided today. If the Social Democrats manage to secure enough votes, the realist wing of the Social Liberal VP will form a coalition with them. Another possibility would be a coalition of nearly all liberal and bourgeois parties, the NLP, FVP, and Bavarian Splinter Party, BVP, against the predominance of the DKP, led by the beloved Lion of Africa. Or the DKP could just continue their comfortable majority. Who should win? Okay, so do you want to have the Social Democrats and Social Liberals start taking over? Do you want to have the Market Liberals start taking control with a new coalition? But if we do that, we will almost certainly go down to low popularity. Or change who needs change, and the popularity goes up of the authoritarian Dems. I think that sounds pretty good right now because we might get high popularity. Of course, that means I maintain the same cabinet, and some of these are not very good. This guy, for example, division organization reduced and more consumer goods. Terrible. And this guy's not so good either. Actually, the authoritarian Democrats kind of suck, but let's try to go for high popularity and get more political power. We're going to go for it. Boom. Who needs change? Who needs change? 59% for the DKP. And now we can make something happen. Early mobilization would be nice. Less consumer good factories. We could try to change up our conscription laws. No, we can't. We need... not nearly good enough for that. Okay. Go for better stability as an option. Wouldn't be bad. Factory output and so on. Could replace this guy since he sucks so bad. Oh, this is interesting. I'm sorry. Previously, I was finding that I was not able to pick up any of these guys of different parties. But it looks like now we can. Oh. That's interesting. Okay, so since this guy sucks so bad, we can replace him. Let's see. Let's start with the authoritarian Democrats. What are my better options? Secret police chief. Resistance growth, more political power, encryption and decryption. A silent lawyer? Meh. National unity, local resources, manpower, and factories? No, he's already in control. Oh, it's showing me the same guys. I guess it changes who's the head of government. Huh. Okay. Daily political power, recruitable population. Ah! Compassionate gentleman. Local factories. It looks like he's sort of the same thing. Yeah, he's a compassionate gentleman. Local factories, manpower, resources, and unity. That's pretty good, right? Huh. Sociopath, resource gain efficiency. No. Man of the people, national unity, and resistance growth. Ooh. There's a lot of great options here. Head of military intelligence, we don't even have anyone yet, though. So if I wanted to go to the authoritarian Democrats, decryption, strategic bombing, supply consumption reduced. Ooh, that's really nice. Technical specialist, research time reduction for the rest of the game? As long as I have him, that means I get some tech advantage. That's pretty good. Political power gain, decryption. Now, we could elect someone of a different party, of course. But I think some are more effective than others. Like, this guy is still a technical specialist, but... No, he's an industrial specialist. Research time minus 2.5 is really good. That would allow us to really start ramping up our tech and get some different advantages. Also, it would allow us to get our doctrines a little faster, too. I'm going to pick you up. All right, so we just spent a lot of our political power. I'm aware. So if we go into the negative, we're going to lose some stability, but it's okay. A new Reichskanzler. Under the Constitution, there is no formal government in the Kaiserreich. Instead, the Kaiser appoints a person of his liking to the post. Okay, so even though the DKP defended their majority in the elections, this does not mean the Kaiser has to keep him. We can say he's doing a good job. We can appoint somebody else. Heinrich Brüning. So he becomes the head, and he's a social conservative. Or a different guy. The Kaiserreich alternative. The paternal autocrats become the ruling party. No. So it's really a question of, do we want this guy or keep the guy we already have? He's not good is the thing. He's an amateur. He's terrible. What would happen if we had a social conservative take over? Head of government, social conservative, a new economy minister, and a new minister of interior. That's really good, though. He's pretty decent. Let's see. Now, would this change the DKP in their leadership? Let's give it a shot. Heinrich Brüning. Congratulations, you're now in charge. All right, better political power gain, resource efficiency. That changed up something over here, construction speed, and this guy's gone. So basically all the terrible people are now out of here. So yeah, we got social conservatives and authoritarian Democrats and a paternal autocrat. Everything got shifted around a little bit. This is one of the things about the Kaiserreich mod pack. I mean, it just straight up changed the political situation completely. How freaking cool is that? All right, more military factories, or what do we want? Yeah, I think more military factories makes sense. We got some really good infrastructure already. Let's do some of that. There we go. All right, military factories. We need a lot more infantry equipment, so let's start working toward that. Should be fine. Okay, keep pushing, guys. Take over China. The Republic of Korea has declared war on the Empire of Japan. That's another one of those little independence war things. We could try to get involved, but I'm not sure we want to. Syndicalism spreads to the Philippines. Having just achieved independence from the United States, the Philippines face today perhaps one of the most serious challenges any new country could face. Inspired by the combined syndicates of America, disgruntled army officers marched to support rebelling peasants and workers. Alright, so even in Asia, liberalism is not safe. I don't think the United States is going to win this one. I think it's going to get split up into several different nations here. Question really is, which one's going to win? Last time we had a test game, we could have tried to support the American Union State, but that has not happened. No volunteers. No volunteers at all. Guns from Middle Africa again. Thank you. I'll take those. Oh, my front has been completely wrecked. Hang on. Shift this around a little bit. Hang on. No. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. All right. Spread the troops out. That's the reason my supplies are so bad. We have bailed out the Junker estates. Okay, so now we are down to negative again, but it should go up pretty quickly. Could start working on something immediately, which replaces Black Monday, which is pretty good. And I think we should. Could go for some more political power instead. No, we're going to go for this. Let's go ahead and try to get our Black Monday out of here. Replace it with something a little bit better. And maybe later we can get something even better. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Making some strong pushes. Interwar artillery is done. Nice. Could research anti-tank, but it is 1937 now. I think it's better to go to the infrastructure. We will go for more concentrated industry. Try to improve our factories as much as we can. Looks like that's a mountain we can't cross, so that's why my front line's all messed up. It's fine, though. The Russian Empire declared war on Alash Orda. This right here. Russian Empire. Yes, they're trying to go for the Tsar. But they don't like me that much. Ooh. E.I.V. Kirill I, the head of state of the Russian Empire. They are autocrats, but they're not authoritarian democrats. So they don't like me all that much, but at least it's not quite as much of a threat as the national populists or whatever. Could be a lot worse. Could be a heck of a lot worse. Alright, so my troops are getting in position. Erich von Ludendorff dies as well. Let's maneuver the genius, not the dictator. Not sure what that means, but okay. Making some unsuccessful pushes, but that's mostly because my troops have to redeploy themselves a little bit. Now we should be getting in a better position. Alright, army experience. Do we want to start changing up some templates? My infantry division could do that, but I think I'd rather start with one that already has something in it, like the artillery. Start adding in the engineer companies, for example. Could be good. Add in the recon companies. Sure. Nothing else we can do there. 18 combat width. I could replace some of this with artillery. That would get me up to 19. That would get me up to 20. So we can start moving toward the proper infantry divisions that I usually like, and I guess we will. We have nothing in storage, apparently. Really? I've been producing artillery for a while. I guess it's all reinforcements. Alright, yeah, we're going to go ahead and start doing this. Let's go ahead and start replacing our artilleries with some proper infantry units. Over time, I will gradually start moving people over to a more standardized infantry template, but for the time being, it's going to have to be good enough. Reports from the Middle East. Our Secret Service reported that Egypt, together with other states in the Middle East, are planning to dismantle the Ottoman Empire in the future. Interesting. The Ottomans were our friends, of course, in World War I, but maybe not now. Alright, we have mobile warfare doctrine, more breakthrough, planning speed, divisions, and so on. That's pretty good. Let's go for delay. Might as well continue making progress down the doctrine where we can, since it's already going to be so darn slow, but the extra breakthrough will make a big difference. The John McLean explodes. Named after the first president of the Union of Britain, was the largest airship ever built. She was constructed in 1935 as a propaganda tool, intended to show the world the achievements of the Union of Britain. In 1936, she made her maiden voyage and soon started making regular traffic to Paris. Today, as she was about to dock at the Paris airfield, she burst into flames and crashed to the ground. Basically an alternate history version of the Hindenburg. The Second International in Paris. They're spreading their ideology where they can. Filthy, filthy syndicalists. Alright, you go down here, try to regain some of my land, please. Thank you. All of that rightfully belongs to me. The German reaction to the Second Congress of International was received with anxiety in Germany. With the economic crisis still not completely solved, every increase in socialist activity is a threat to Middle Europa and the German Empire. In his latest speech, the Kaiser has condemned the socialists, but words are not enough. Action should be taken as well. We're going to have to react to this somehow, and I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we're going to do something, by God, I swear. It'll happen. Alright, we need to get to Nanchang. Once you guys have finished with this, your new offensive line will be to make this push. If you can. Why is it splitting into two? Oh, whatever. It probably doesn't matter. It'll be fine. Alright, so that's all now under our control again. How are we looking for our air superiority? Looking pretty good with the few planes that I do have. That's nice. The Empire of Japan has re-annexed something. Nope, not Korea. They went for something else. Transamur. Okay. Research. Finish our small tanks. Nice. We are going to work toward construction, make that a little bit faster. And we need to change our production. The light tanks need to change over to the Ocelot. And in just a couple minutes, we will end this video, but let's make as much of a push as we can. I think these guys are more or less routed. They've lost a lot of organization. Aha! The CNTFAI has declared war in the Kingdom of Spain and Carlist Spain. So now we have civil war in Spain as well. The authoritarian Democrats, the paternal autocrats, and the radical socialists have all declared their war. We're probably going to want to pick a side on this if we can. The Spanish Civil War. Spain has been plagued by violence, three-way war, troublesome development. I want to support the Kingdom of Spain if I get the option, but we'll see. Free dockyards. Let's make more progress on... I don't know. Let's make some more progress on the hipper class heavy cruisers or something. Wait, I didn't do that. Hang on. Oop, there we go. Well, I have more. Oh. Alright, battleships. Battleships are good, right? Could try building some carriers and become a carrier power, but we'll see what happens. Alright, guys. Keep killing them. Kill them dead. Route those units. They have such low organization, you guys should be pushing all the time. In fact, I'm going to take a bunch of you and say, start pushing up to Nanchang. What's their national unity? 80%. It's going to take a little while to bring them down, but most of their victory points are along the coast, so that's where things are going to be very important. The most important. Can you guys kill this freaking one unit? Food from Middle Africa. Sweet, support equipment. This is one of the advantages of having these colonial nations. They just randomly are giving me good stuff. I like that. Saves me a bit of effort as far as my production. But good enough for me. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. I know that we are only doing a video every other day, but it's really difficult for me to do 2 Paradox series daily videos. So hope this is okay for you guys. This is what we're going to do in the future until we finish this campaign. And in the meantime, the Commune of France is justifying against me. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I'll see y'all next time. Hit that like button and subscribe. Bye-bye.